Mamma mia. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dutch J, and I will be hopping in here to provide some commentary. This match has already been going for quite a bit, but from the looks of it, it's looking pretty darn close, so I am actually pretty excited to see how this is going to be developing now. We've got StrongmanLin in a slight lead here, I think. Or wait, did he just get Rico 1? Because in that case, he's very far behind. I just saw 2 blooper fights, so I may be wrong. Oh, okay, never mind. He's quite far behind. Whoops. I just saw 2 bloopers. Okay, so StrongmanLin heading into Rico 2, whereas Samura1man is going into Rico 6. So about 4 levels between these 2 players. Now, Rico is the shortest world, so it's not the worst place to be behind 4 levels, but at the level of play that we're seeing from these guys, that's a very big lead, so that's going to be unlikely to be made up. So this is a second round match for the bracket. So both of these players, they got a bye coming out of the group stage, which means that they are pretty good. There are 16 players who are required to play round 1 matches, and there were 24 players who got a bye. So yeah, these guys are both top 24 in the tournament, which is respectable since there were 80 people in the tournament, so definitely not bad. This tournament is actually insanely stacked. By the time we get to round 3, it's gonna be like only people who have a 118 or lower, most likely. I can pull up the list here real quick, because I'm actually the one who did like all the seeding and stuff. Yeah, we actually have 18 players with a sub 118 personal best in the tournament. So 18 players whose PB is either 117 or lower, which is insane. It's an extremely stacked tournament. Alright. Lin's footage is looking a little choppy, which is unfortunate, but... Oh wow, misses that shine. As Samura1man wraps up Rico here with solid Shadow Mario kill. Oh yeah, Lin getting the under the cage, but missing the shine. I've done that before. It feels bad, because that's, without a single doubt, the easiest part of that level. You just, yep, gotta grab the shine. And it's not a very hard level to begin with, but, you know, messing up there is not unheard of, even from really good players. It happens every once in a while. It happens. I would find it very hard to believe that Samu has not done Bianco 4 and 5. However, I am interested to see that he is not doing the save warp route, because I know that he was doing that when he was doing runs on his stream earlier this week. So maybe he's opting to do the traditional route. Oh wait, he is doing Bianco 4. What the heck? So he still has to do Bianco 4 and 5. Then what's his route? What happened? I'm very confused. What did he do? Messed up the Oh, I see. I see. So he messed up travel skip. So I assume that he went into Rico Harbor and completed Rico 1 early on. Okay, that makes sense. So now he's doing Bianco 4 and 5, which are very long shines. Okay, so this race is actually close. I wasn't wrong after all. Wait, he did Rico 2 as well? Why would he do both? Yeah, that makes sense, because he has to do 4 and 5. I suppose that's not a bad decision. And some interesting routing decisions here. Samura1man definitely knows his routing. So the reason that he opted to do both Rico 1 and Rico 2 is because otherwise, if you were to go back into Bianco Hills, you would have to wait for the M to kind of activate when you get close to it. So it's faster to re-enter Rico rather than to go to Bianco and do one of the levels there, which would have been Bianco 4. So that's actually an interesting decision. I'm trying to think if it has any effect on event cutscenes, which I don't think it does. Yeah, you're not getting any extra event cutscenes. You're just switching up the order of the levels a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty clever. I've never considered doing that myself. I mean, I think I would personally just rather stick with my route, you know, because it barely loses any time. Like, he literally did those levels, Rico 1 and Rico 2, to save, like, maybe 2 seconds. Because you still have to go to Gelato anyway, so you have to go past the Bianco Hills entrance. So the only time that you're saving is the time that you're normally spending waiting for the level entrance to open up. So very minor time save, but definitely an interesting one. Alright, let's see how Lin does here on Rico 6 as Samura1man. I think he's wrapping up his fight. If he is, then he got pretty good luck. I actually haven't been paying attention. Yeah, it looks like he is. Okay, so Samura1man getting pretty good luck on PD. Now that's something. Doing Bianco 5, like 48 minutes into the run. I bet he was probably at least a little bit scared that he would get bad RNG. But yeah, with that, Samura1man will have caught up. So he's still about a shine ahead of StrongmanLin here. About a minute, I would say, between these two guys. He collects that shine a little bit before StrongmanLin collects the Rico 6 shine. And Rico 7 is about 50 seconds long, and then he has to travel to Bianco Hills. So I'd say about 70 seconds between these two players right now. Very respectable. So their personal bests are, let's see. Samura1man has a 1:17.29 and StrongmanLin has a 1:17.52. So actually very close in skill, these guys. Samura1man, way more of an old school player, so ordinarily you'd have to give him the edge simply because I think he's definitely played the game a lot more than Lin. Although Lin, actually, they're both very old school now that I think about it, because StrongmanLin has actually been around for longer than I have, but he took a very long break from the game at some point. I think he was running in early 2014, and then he didn't come back to the game until like 2016 or something, and that's when he really started getting good. Whereas Samura1man, he actually started playing the game in like 2012 and was active for several years, and then he also took extended breaks in 2015 and 2016. Coming back to the game last year kind of intermittently. But, yeah, recently he's been feeling it again, and I think it shows from the way he's been playing. I know that he's gotten some pretty decent runs going on his own time outside of the tournament. So definitely someone to look out for. Neither of these guys are like the real heavy hitters in the tournament, but they definitely have some potential. And when it comes to racing, there are very, very few players who are, especially at like super high level, who are able to consistently match their personal bests in these races. But Samura1man is a player who I know can be very consistent across all of the games that he plays. Like, he is a consistency beast. I'm actually very regularly extremely impressed by Samura1man when it comes to this. So, like, it wouldn't be too unusual to see someone like him get a time that's pretty close to his PB. So seeing him getting a high 117 or maybe a low 118 wouldn't be out of the question, in my opinion. And I can speak from personal experience that, you know, as someone who has a 115 PB, you can still definitely get 117s, 118s in races. Like, 116 is an extremely hard time to get with any matter of consistency, so I'm not sure what the best time is that we've seen in the tournament. I know that we've seen Daniro Itachi getting a 117. But other than that, I'm not sure if we've seen any 116s. Maybe one of the Japanese players. I've not been able to witness any of their matches as far as I can remember. Oh yeah, both players have wrapped up the second part of Bianco Hills by now. Nothing really too crazy happening there. Both of them got pretty clean Bianco 6s from what I could tell. I think Samura1man got a decent entrance into Serena Beach. So let's see how his Manta fight goes. Manta fight being very, well, I wouldn't say very, but pretty luck-based, as you can see. Oh wow, Lin's Shadowmaru actually going to the right. That loses quite a few seconds. Yeah, Samura1man definitely not having a good time with this Manta, so you want these guys to be all split up all the way as quickly as possible. As you can see right now, they turn purple, and then they'll all start chasing Mario. So what happened to him there is actually that there was like a cluster of Mantas that weren't getting split up. And before he managed to actually clean them or to split them up, they managed to get onto the beach. And you really don't want them to get onto the beach because you can't really spray directly down from the ledge. So you're either going to have to go down onto the beach, which takes a bunch of time, or you're going to have to wait for them to come back up. So their movement is semi-random, so they will eventually come back up. But yeah, it loses a lot of time. Let's see if Lin can get any more fortunate here. Both using the standard Wilco strat, standing on the hut. That strat was revolutionary when it was found, let me tell you. There's actually a quote-unquote better strat available for Manta. Like, it allows for getting faster Mantas, but it's a lot less consistent. And with the amount of luck, like, the other strat basically makes the luck factor more important. And the big thing in Super Mario Sunshine is that you really want to get rid of as much luck-based stuff as possible. So when in 2016, for example, a big luck thing was cut out of the run because a better setup for the early Yoshi go-round was found, that was big. Like, that got a lot of people really excited because, you know, a year before, this new skip got found, and it was luck-based, and everyone was, like, really bummed out about it. And then that luck got basically eliminated, and just so many people got back into the game, and they were really motivated to improve their PBs again. It's kind of been the way that it's gone with Super Mario Sunshine. 2014 saw Gelato Beach Skip, which also cut a bunch of luck from the run, as well as just in general a lot of gameplay. Then 2015 saw EYG, which while it was luck-based was still something that saved a minute. It skipped a minute of the run, so still a lot of people got excited for that. And then when EYG got improved, we saw another influx of people really wanting to improve their PBs and lots of new people flocking to the game. Unfortunately, since then, we haven't had any other similarly big discoveries. There's been a lot of small stuff found, though, like all over the place. It's always really baffling to me how, you know, these speed games that have pretty advanced meta games, so to speak, they still manage to become more optimized over time, like seemingly without limit. Now, Sunshine's optimization has kind of slowed down. There hasn't been a new world record in a long time. But, you know, there's still a lot of stuff happening. But, yeah, there's just currently not really anyone who's been able to kind of put together the insane runs that Nindere had been able to. Nindere is just a really good player. Alright, let's see here. Both players finished up Serena 2, and Samura1man already finished up Serena 3. Very short shine, that. Yeah, their lead... The lead that he has not changed much. It's still a little bit over a minute. Between 70 and 80 seconds, I would say. I could count, but I can't bother. Maybe I can look at the timers when they grab the next shine. So, Serena 4. We've seen Casino Skip. There's another skip that actually cuts out a bunch of luck. This has been in the run for as long as I've been watching and playing this game, so... I actually wonder when this was found. But yeah, this wall, you can go over it. It's kind of similar to the Hazy Maze Cave thing in Super Mario 64, where in Hazy Maze Cave you can go over a wall because there's simply no ceiling. It's kind of similar here. Or there's just no ceiling, so you can get over it. It's kind of interesting how both games have kind of similar design flaws in some areas. Alright, Samura1man choosing to go for the old boy strat there on the final cube. Picks up that shine at 59.24-ish. Let's see when Lin gets it. But yeah, opting to do the triple jump at the end of Serena 4. It's possible to do something called a momentum spin jump at the end there, which is a few seconds faster. But it's quite a bit harder, so I can definitely understand not going forward, especially in a race setting. I'm not sure if he would go for that strategy in a PB attempt. I would assume that he does. Samu's a good player. He's definitely able to do that strat. Alright, another casino skip here from StrongmanLin. Misses the pipe. Getting a hole in we call it a hole in one if you hit the pipe in one go. It's actually quite challenging, because when you're clipping through the wall, you can't really see where you're going. You need to have a really good like feeling of the layout of that room and just the whole area in general, I guess. All right, Lin doing the momentum spin here. There we go. That's what that looks like. And that is 1 minute 47, so... Or 1 hour and 47 seconds. Sorry, not 1 minute. We're a lot farther into the run than that. Or further, even. Anyway, so that puts about... 1 minute and 23 seconds between these guys. That's definitely not an unsurmountable lead. Let's see if we're gonna be experiencing any extra cycles here. I think Samurai1man is still on track for perfect luck. He's going for the second hit. Oop. Throws his pepper into a papaya there. That can happen. You can also sometimes just get the pepper flying off to the side for seemingly no reason, and that's actually because the ground that you're walking on is not entirely flat. So you can sometimes hit a little bump, and then it'll just go flying all over the place. Samurai1man clutching out that perfect luck. So you can get extra slot machine spins, basically, in this level if you don't get the result that you need. StrongmanLin getting fruit on the first spin, which is ideal. Oh, gets a very good durian placement there. So when you get a very nice durian like that, you can immediately hover into it and kick it into King Boo's face, which is a lot faster than picking up any of the other fruits and throwing them at him. It's like one of the little things that can really help on this shine. Like, there's the cycles, but then there's also the fruits. And the fruits can make a big difference. Being able to grab the peppers quickly and getting some durians or getting some papayas that are in a good place can really make a big difference. Once again, very good placement on that papaya. So Lin getting very good fruit RNG here. Samurai1man having a little bit of trouble there with the goop. I have to say, I'm not entirely sure why he's bothering, because both of these players are on PAL, and this level, PAL being the European version of the game, by the way, but this level's a lot easier on the non-Japanese versions of the game compared to the Japanese version. I don't know the number for the non-Japanese versions, but on the Japanese version of the game, you need to clean, I think, 98.6% of all the goop. I know that Zelpiku Kirby, he researched this. I think that was the number. It was slightly under 99%. It was 98 point something. But yeah, on the American and European release of the game, that percentage is quite a bit lower, probably somewhere between 90 and 95. So yeah, the level was apparently a bit too hard, which I would agree with, because, well, these runners, they're using spam sprays, which is how they're cleaning this entire beach in under a minute. But spam sprays are not really an intended feature of the game. They're not hinted at in the game, and they're not in the manual, with the exception of the one single shotgun spray that you get when you do a backflip. So spam spraying is really just attempting to do a backflip in midair, and then you just get the shotgun sprays without having to go through the entire backflipping animation. Ooh, yeah, okay. He's gonna need to clean up that patch. Alright, saved quite a bit of time over Samu there, about 9 seconds. Samurai1man was a bit too, shall we say, negligent when it came to cleaning the goop. So that's a pretty solid time save. Lin also got a good King Boo. So it looks like it's going to come down to Noki Bay. And, well, some people call it Choki Bay for a reason. Noki Bay is a hard world. Especially, I would say, this level, actually, that Samurai1man is in right now can be quite challenging. Oh, he actually goes for the hard strat here. Oh, but he messes up a little bit. So he won't be able to get the optimal cycle, but he should still be able to get the second cycle. Questionable now that he got hit by that goop. But yeah, when I refer to cycles here, it's that in between each of these, like, shots where he shoots the goop balls is when he will throw bombs if you arrive at the top. So the earliest possible time that you can get would be the optimal cycle, and then every series of goop balls that he shoots after that would be like an extra cycle, basically. The cycles are about 4 seconds long. They're not super long. 4 to 6 seconds. I don't know. The cycles are weird. You can like get in between the cycles early, and you can get in between the cycles late. It's kind of weird. I never really bothered to nail down like what the exact time losses are. So let's see how Lin does here. But yeah, this level, very challenging to do optimally. And then there's the eel, on which it is extremely easy to lose a bunch of time. All right, Lin going for a more conservative strat. Does mess it up, however, quite a bit. I think he can probably still get the same cycle that Samura1man got. He won't be saving any time. Alright, so fun little fact here. The level that Samura1man is doing right now, you're supposed to fight Gooper Blooper here again for the 3rd time. But in the speed run, we just grab this spring here and use it to go through the wall. And luckily, the shine is already there. The game developers were nice for once. If there's one thing that the developers of Super Mario Sunshine did a pretty darn good job of, is preventing skips, actually. Now, you might be saying, like, what are you talking about? There's a whole bunch of skips in this game, but you don't even want to know how many potential skips are in this game, like, at first glance, until you then you research them and you realize, oh wait, the developers foresaw this. So in general, every single load zone in the game is not available unless you're supposed to go there. So for instance, in Bianco Hills, there is an area where you would be able to go into the secrets, like the Dirty Lake secret, for example. That's episode 6. And if it's not episode 6 yet, so if you're in episode 2 or something, then there will be a bunch of wooden bars in front of it. So, like, your instinct would be like, oh, hey, if I can get behind these wooden bars, I'd be able to get into this level early. But when you actually get behind those bars, there's still nothing there. There's just no load zone. You can't get into the level early, and that is pretty much the norm for this game. They were very careful, and there were only a couple of things that they overlooked. I think the only instance of them really overlooking a load zone is honestly early Yoshi Go Round. I guess you could kind of count Mole Skip in Pinna Park too, but that's like within a level, so I don't know. Within an episode, rather. Yeah, this is a little bit of a boring section of the run. Noki 3. It's just a tutorial to allow you to get used to the underwater mechanics. But Samura1man is about to go into the eel fight, which is where you're supposed to apply what you've learned in Noki 3. Honestly, this has a really steep learning curve for new players, and I would imagine especially for casual players. But yeah, the eel fight is really weird. The controls are very unintuitive compared to... wow, I'm yawning. It's it's 11:30 p.m. here, so I think I'm a little bit justified. Either way, the underwater controls are only used in 3 levels, 3 episodes. All 3 of them are here in Noki, and they're very awkward. Nap time. I'm not gonna take a nap at 11:30 p.m. I shall be going to bed for my night rest when I go to sleep. Alright, looks like Samura1man gets a clean eel there. I did not, wow, clean eel. Get it? I did not, that was accidental. I did not see whether he went for 5 teeth or 6 teeth strat. But the difference in time is not that great. It's like 8 or 9 seconds. depending on the exact variation of the strat that you are using, but yeah, the most important thing on Eel is that you don't get eaten and that you don't die. He did 6 teeth. Alright. The optimal strat. Let's see what Lin does. I think he can do 6 teeth, but I'm not entirely sure. So let's check it out. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And yeah, that's 6. Alright, let's see if he clutches it out. Well, Samurai1man takes on the man, the myth, the legend himself. Ooh, Lin not getting that tooth. That bites. He's probably kicking himself a little bit over that, but he backs it up nicely. Oh, does not get the tooth damage, though. So misses a cycle and misses the cutscene skip. That's gonna lose about 25 seconds to Samurai1man. Definitely not something you want to see at this late stage, considering that Lin was basically already kind of dependent on Samu making a mistake at this point. But right now, his odds have just gone down even more, which is a shame. This was definitely a pretty close race. But yeah, it's gonna take some major Noki Choki here on Noki 6, or some deaths on Corona Mountain from Samu in order for Lin to catch up, and quite frankly, that's probably not gonna happen. Alright, Samurai1man using the old boy strats here to get up to the Noki 6 secret. We may be seeing the new strats from Lin in a minute. Not sure if he has implemented those. Let's see if we get a green cycle from Samurai1man here. Seems questionable, given that starting strat, but not impossible. Movement is looking pretty clean. Ooh, Samu. Okay, he lives. He's alive, but that's definitely unfortunate. Oh wow, I thought he was gonna go for a triple jump there. He double jumped into a spin jump. That's interesting. Alright, Samu going at it very safely now. I would wager that he is probably aware of how big his lead is, so he's probably just taking it safe because he knows he can afford to. The ending of that level is always a little scary. That log at the end really likes to eat your jumps. But yeah, that gives Lin a bit of his time back, but there's still about a minute and a half between these guys. A little bit less. If Lin gets a very good Noki 6, it's about a minute and 20, or yeah, a minute and 20 seconds. Alright, Lin not going for the newer strategy. Also going up the cliff. So the newer strategy involves using the ropes to get up. So in addition to this rope, well actually you don't use that rope at all, you use a bunch of the other ropes. Alright, Samurai1man getting a good quick kill on Shadow Mario. So he is off to the final level, Corona Mountain. Let's see if Lin can successfully do Noki 6. Looks like he's going for Blue Cycle, which I cannot blame him for. Very interesting camera angles here. Straight from above, pretty much. Ooh, okay, that was sketchy. He was trying to get a triple jump, but he missed it. But luckily he lived. Okay. Decides to go for a spin jump. Trying to get a triple jump on that log is a death sentence. I remember doing that back in the day. Lost quite a few runs to it. And Samo actually going for fast Corona Mountain strats here. And I actually have to commend him for this. Because I, for the life of me, cannot get this strat in runs. But, oh, he's gonna die. Eee. He got a very low hover. So we have to get a ledge grab. Alright, he's going for the old strat now, the safe strat. So I don't expect to see another death here on Corona Mountain from Samu, but you never know. Maybe in the Bowser fight. Yeah, this race is getting a lot closer now. So I lost at least another half a minute. So about a minute between these guys now, I'd wager. But yeah, that's still plenty of leeway. Basically, Samu can die at the end of the Bowser fight and still win, as long as he doesn't die another time, so... This run, actually, pretty darn solid from Samu. This is what I was talking about earlier. Samurai-man's PB being 117.29, and he is on pace right now for about a 118.30-ish, so a minute off of his PB. And if you consider the fact that he just had a terrible Noki 6 and he died in Corona Mountain, that's very impressive. Actually, it's on... Yeah, 118.30. No, I was right. I can't do math at this hour. Alright, solid Corona Mountain from Lin. We're going to be seeing Lin getting a mid-119, provided that his Bowser fight is good. As Samura1man wraps up with a 118.28. It looked like a 28, but his timer stopped at 30, so my guess was actually spot on. I'm gonna assume that the timer is accurate, since that's grabbed from the player's stream. And, yeah, I'm gonna be asking these guys if they want to come in for commentary. Oh, well, Samura1man has decided to join in on his own. Samo, do you mind waiting just a little bit until we've finished watching Lin's run? Alright, then I will ask Lin if he wants to get in here as well. As he finishes up his run with a 119.26. Finished within a minute of Samura1man. Very good race. Very good race. Alright, Lin is going to come in here, so let's wait for him. Yeah, so real quick, Samu, what pace were you on before Noki 6? Because you lost quite a bit of time at the end there.
I was in 117 pace. I think.
Yeah, how far off your PB were you?
A minute.
At that? No, I mean, like, before Noki 6.
Oh, 42 seconds.
42, huh? PB doesn't have the greatest late game, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't have.
Alright, let's get Lin in here as well.
Oh, there we go.
Hi, Lin.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
I'm good. GG to you. That you guys had a really close race.
Yeah, that was actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was really good, man.
I got PogChamp King Boo RNG. I golded by 4 seconds. Got like a 2:48.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really good. I noticed it. I was actually pointing it out that you were like getting really good fruit RNG. So that's actually really cool.
Ridiculous. I got the whatever they're called. The first durian was like right in front of me, and then the other two were papayas. That was good.
Yeah, that looks really good. So 248. Wow, that's a really good segment.
I was just half a second off from my gold for King Boo.
Yeah, you both got really good King Boos.
Yeah, I stopped into your channel briefly to see, oh, can I catch up any time? And I saw you were on the last cycle, and you're like, yeah, I haven't gotten any extra cycles yet. I was like, ah, looks like I'm not catching up much time there then.
Yeah, that seemed to kind of be the, I don't know, the trend from what I saw. So I joined the race when you guys were in Rico. And at that time, it was a little bit strange because Samura1man, you actually messed up your routing, right?
Yeah, I messed up travel skips, so I just went to Rico Harbor instead to go back to do Bianco 4 and Bianco 5.
Yeah.
So it saves time in traveling. So
yeah,
it was a little bit
very minor time save, but it's a time save. So I actually discussed it a little bit because I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. So definitely props to you for, I don't know if you've done it before or if you just came up with it, but
I've done it before. It used to be an old route before travel skip became a trend. Then
well, yeah, I guess you're right.
Because it takes time to travel back to PD doing Bianco 4, Bianco 5, but we know Bianco 5 is there, PD, you want to get rid of him, and luckily enough, travel skip is there, so you can do Bianco 4 and 5. But if you miss it in a race, I will just do Rico 1 and 2, and regardless, you still have to do PD 5. So
yeah, in a race, definitely may as well grab those like 2 seconds. But yeah, so were there any things during your runs that, like, I don't know, stood out to you? Anything crazy that happened? Like I said, I didn't catch the first half of the race, so I don't know if anything cool happened then. Other than the travel skip thing.
Fast Corona, please.
You got really close. I'm actually really impressed that you're going for that strat because, like, I've done it a million times in practice, but every time I try to do it in a run, I mess it up, and it feels really bad.
At this point, I was like thinking, if I'm ahead, I will drive once, I guess, but if I die, I will just do normal strats to keep up the pace. Yeah,
that makes sense. You got really close.
The only thing I messed up the hovering, so I was late with the hover. That was the reason I didn't get the fast Corona.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. So what about you, Lin? Anything that stands out from your run other than King Boo? Is Lin gone? Oh. Hey, sorry, I didn't see your message.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I got disconnected, but that's okay.
All right, so I was just asking if there was anything else that stood out from your run other than King Boo.
I golded Corona by like a second, and my Corona gold, my Corona gold had fast Corona, but I messed up, whatever it's called, rocket storage a little bit. But this gold was without fast Corona, but it was just really good gold. So.
Nice. So what was the time on that?
2:36.64.
2:36. Yeah, that's pretty darn solid without fast Corona.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I got lucky with the goop on like the 3rd or 4th hit or whatever. There was goop everywhere, and I'm pretty sure I went through it, but it didn't damage me. So,
dude, what even are hitboxes in Super Mario Sunshine? Let's be real, they don't exist.
Yeah.
Or there's too much of them when it comes to signs.
Oh yeah, I called it eel bite by 0.7 seconds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You actually had a little bit of trouble there, huh, Lin?
I did. I got 6-tooth, and I was like, 6-tooth. We're good. Like, we already got eel. That's it. That's all we got to do is get 6-tooth. That's basically, like, the other parts are free. And then I messed up cleaning the next tooth. I didn't clean it up all the way. And then didn't get the cutscene skip. And I was like, all right, well, never mind, I guess.
That was really unfortunate. This race would have been, like, hella close if you had gone a good eel.
Yeah, that was probably like
That-
25 seconds.
Yeah, that was my estimate, about 25. You were going for like a safe 6-tooth is what I call it.
Yeah,
As
you
well.
don't do the early mouth close thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff's hard, dude. I can definitely understand not going for that. I still mess it up sometimes. And it's
Did you
just
get
always-
early cycle, by the way?
You got early cycle?
Did you get? I mean, I
Oh.
didn't get.
No, I didn't. He didn't stop though, which is almost as good and probably even more rare.
Yeah, it is.
No stops at all. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get like a sub 145 segment with that. I'm pretty sure. Can be really fast.
Yeah. Also, I was gonna go for fast Corona on this because going into the race, I had a 1:15.00 summer best. I've been trying to get that 1:14.57 forever, but
But since you already
Getting fast
improved
run,
your
yeah.
summer best, you didn't do it.
so yeah,
And you still got a gold anyway. So
I know. Yeah, it was good. So, is this an interview for like on a stream or like what's the interview for? Or is it just like, hey, how'd it go?
Well, we are still on the restream right now, so
Oh, are we? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
yeah, I don't know. I saw some messages that your race wasn't gonna get restreamed, and then all of a sudden it was apparently.
Yeah, it was weird on the
Uh,
schedule. Yeah.
I got a ping like about 40 minutes into the race if anyone was around to commentate, so I hopped in
All right. Cool.
and it was being restreamed. So yeah, here we are.
Nice.
But yeah,
Thank you
with
for
that,
Thank you for that commentary. Much.
yeah, no problem, guys.
Yeah, that's good. I'll have to rewatch this then.
Yeah, you can rewatch from like Rico onwards. There wasn't. I'm not sure when the restream started, but like there wasn't any commentary before that point. I know that. But yeah, with that, you have unfortunately been eliminated from the tournament.
That's
Lin.
okay. It was a good race. I'm
It was
okay.
a rough first match for the bracket.
Yeah,
for sure.
but
I don't
Samu,
know.
you got Nanashi coming up. Is that who you're racing?
Maybe.
Yeah, so Oddme is facing Kinikola in round 1, and then the winner of that match is facing Nanashi, and then the winner of that match is facing Samura1man in round 3. So yeah,
Oh,
most likely gonna end up facing Nanashi. How do you like your chances, Samu?
I'm gonna win, of course.
That's what I like to hear. Can I get a 2018 Year of Europe?
I wish.
Old memes.
I wish. No. It will happen.
It'll happen? Okay. I believe. All right, well, I think that's going to be it for my line of inquiry. So do you guys have any closing remarks?
I would say
Good race.
thanks for the restream, even if it was so close. Like,
Oh, yeah.
but- and thanks for the race, Lane.
Yeah, it was a good race. Nice.
All right. Good sportsmanship all around. That's going to be it for us. I'm actually going to pull up the speed gaming schedule real quick, see what's going on this channel. Because I didn't bother to check. All right, looks like we are going to be having a break on this channel. But at 8 p.m. Eastern, there will be Super Metroid here on Speed Gaming 4. So, yeah, tune in for that if you care about Metroid, and otherwise you can check out one of the other Speed Gaming channels. Right now, there's still some Cuphead on Speed Gaming, and there's going to be Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer in a little bit. And on Speed Gaming 2 is Ori and the Blind Forest. And on Speed Gaming 3 is Metroid Fusion. So yeah, that's going to be it here on Speed Gaming 4 for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I am Dutch J, and I'm signing off.